18. We believe that allowing people to live with their pets enriches their lives. 19. With her heart pounding like a trip hammer, she ran into the water and started swimming toward the dog. She pushed forward frantically, her arms reaching out in long strokes, her legs kicking harder and faster. 20. Children who create imaginary friends should never be teased, humiliated, or ridiculed in any way. 21. Had Beethoven been able to distinguish an extraordinary from an ordinary work, he would have accepted his composition immediately as a hit. 22. The psychology professor Dr. Kelly Lambert's research explains that keeping what she calls the effort-driven rewards circuit well engaged helps you deal with challenges in the environment around you or in your emotional life more effectively and efficiently. 23. In all societies, humor is important not only in individual communication, but also as a molding force of social groups, reinforcing their norms and regulating behavior. Men show their characters in nothing more clearly than in what they think laughable. 24. Green Friday is about changing the way we see this day and switching our mindset from a buy to finding alternative ways to give gifts during the holiday season, so we don't cause further damage to the earth. 26. It was in Washington, D.C. that she started to develop an interest in astronomy. 29. This is likely why there is surprising agreement across a wide range of perspectives that a shared sense of morality is necessary to social relations. 30. This is rather odd, because you might think they would realize that older rumors have had more time to get distorted than younger rumors that are close in time to the alleged events themselves. 31. It would also be hard to recruit workers if every time you needed a new employee, you had to persuade someone to move across the country, rather than just poach one from your neighbor. Concentration makes it easier to provide the amenities they like. 32. Separating yourself from an emotionally upsetting situation gives you the space you need to better understand what you are truly feeling, so you can more clearly articulate your emotions in a logical and less emotional way. When confronted with situations that don't allow us to deal with our emotions or that cause us to suppress them, we may transfer those feelings to other people or situations at a later point. 33. The conclusion drawn is that dogs form a picture in their mind, and that they can think about it and make predictions based on that picture. 34. Grant funding can also lower the incentive for leaders and employees to professionalize the business aspects, thus leading to unhealthy business behavior. 35. The major oceans are all interconnected, so that their geographical boundaries are less clear than those of the continents. 36. When a change in the environment occurs, there is a relative increase or decrease in the rate at which the neurons fire, which is how intensity is coded. 37. To learn to let go. To not cling and allow the flow of the river, is to live without resistances, being the creators of constructive changes that bring about improvements and widen our horizons. 38. Differences in interior features. Optimal sound system, portable technology docks, number and location of cup holders likely have far more effect on the consumer's buying decision. 39. The patterns heard. Whether they are the silences when all players rest on a beat, or the accented beats when all play together, are not planned but serendipitous. The musicians are probably as surprised as their listeners to hear the silences at beats 4 and 13. 40. To begin with, the team measured the seriousness of each participant's hobby, asking them to rate their agreement with statements like, "Who I regularly train for this activity," and also assessed how similar the demands of their job and hobby were. 41 and 42. This meant that NASA no longer knew who had reported the error, which made it impossible for the airline companies or the FAA, which enforced penalties against errors, to find out who had submitted the report.